Welcome back to Red's Workshop. Another Scrapwood project, and what I bought in here, I'll show you after the intro, stimulated it. Right, so what we're doing now, I used the term Scrapwood. This was found in the scrap bin, we'll call it that, in our local B&Q. In America, I think you call that the big box store equivalent. They're all the same colours from what I can gather. And I picked some up of what is, I picked up some 3 3/4 or 95mm by 18mm plank, basically 4x1. I picked up a piece of 120mm by 18 again. That's 34 inches long, and that's there you go, 4 3/4. And I picked a piece up of, I would call that 2x1, but it is actually 45mm or 1 3/4 plain timber. Now, it was something that a discussion I had with a friend, funnily enough, at work, after seeing one of our videos, says to me, you always use dark stain. And I thought, well, I know that's personally my choice, but not everybody's. So, what did I do? Let me get these out of the way. So I've been on to where I get some of my wood finishes from. It's a company called Wood Finishes Direct. And I did actually give the friend of mine the choice of picking the colours. Well, I allowed them to pick 2. And this is, like I say, it's from Wood Finishes Direct. Not sponsored or anything like that. I've just given them a shout out. I ordered them yesterday and they turned up today. He's picked a golden oak and a brown mahogany. I don't know how they're going to pan out when it comes to this wood. I've also got 2 more of the walnut. So I'm going to try and do this. Now, I've seen somebody make this, what I'm planning to make, but it was based in hardwood. And I'm planning to make this made all out of pine, but with one of these finishes on. I'll explain as we go along. So I'm going to get set up and I'll bring you back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these all together, and this will be the base of what I'm planning to make. But because it's already been planed as such, I've not got really much sanding to do, and I don't know whether what I want to do is I want to stain this, that, and not these. And I think it'd be easier to do it now than do it later. So I'm going to quickly do that, and I'll do it off camera just to save a bit of time on the video, and I'll bring you back when I'm gluing up. That was called brown mahogany. I know it's brown, but I wouldn't say it's mahogany coloured, but anyway. Now I'm going to get it glued up, and now for those of you out there, I have stained the sides, okay, and I've done it for one reason only. I'm near the end of this pot of glue that cost $2.99. And I want to see if it'll stick. Okay? Okay. I'll get that put to one side, let it dry. Now it does say it'll take 10 minutes. It's going to be a bit longer. Right, you join me now. I've been searching through the racks because I spotted something like this, a piece of whatever, 25mm or 1 inch by 3/4, and I come across this piece here, piece of redwood, and I'm thinking of using this for part of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to knock this up now, and get it cut on the saw, and hopefully it'll become apparent what I'm doing. Right, so I've got them cut. I am sort of making this up as I go along, slightly different to the original plan I saw, and I can't show you because I can't find it. So let's get this put together, and watch it. Now, if you watch closely when I was cutting them up, there's a split. I'm not bothered about that because it's going to be covered up. It's not under any strain, any stress. It's just to act as like a barrier. Yeah? And I'm going to put it together with blue tape. Don't forget you're on end grain, so let's get this put together, and hopefully it starts to make sense. See if it's square. Put in a bit more of that. Just wondering whether to. Yeah, that's the one. So I'll let that go off, and you never know, we might get this finished. Right, well, I left it more than 10 minutes. I left it overnight, to be honest with you. I got waylaid with something else in the house. But I've been thinking about this when I was up this morning. I don't like it, so I'm going to rectify this. I was trying to do a contrasting colour, but this is pine, and if you put I think personally, if you put a light stain on it, like a varnish, it just yellows and everything. So I'm going to cover this all in the same colour. In fact, I'm going to do the whole thing in the same colour. But one thing I didn't anticipate or consider was I want to put an edge on this, and I'm going to end up taking that off. So I'm going to give this all a sand down. You don't have to watch that. And then I've got to figure out what I'm doing with that. Now, I don't know if it's clear what I'm doing, but I personally think this is wrong as well. Right, finally fixed up, I think, my issue. So, I've done the board in all the same colour, this plum mahogany. I still don't get how they get plum out of it, but never mind. And then this is the frame that I made. Now, the original problem was I'd trimmed this down just a touch, and this was too big. So now I've done it that it fits. However, you've just seen footage there of me rounding over the edge. Okay, we can get that in just to make sure. That's it. Yeah, so there. So that's going to be placed on top of there. Now, I've got to run an inner round all the way around here with the router. So I'm just going to get that set up. I'll run some footage just for interest, and we'll soon have this done. Okay, so just a simple trick of putting the same material thickness as that. It allows me to run the inside. Now this needs sanding down. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm going to do it myself. Just got to finish that corner off a little bit, but yeah, it's nearly done. Okay, so it's all sanded down. This is sanded down now to 240 grit, and that's going to place on top of there, like so. Now, what I want to show you is this. You look, so it's rocking. So I'm going to screw this down. I was going to glue it down originally, but for time and everything else, I'm going to get that screwed down and finish. So the next time you see this, it'll be hopefully, if I can call it that, glamour shots. There you go. Quick and easy. I know I had my headaches, but quick and easy. I think some people call that a catch-all, somewhere to chuck your keys, your wallet, your purse, what have you. And I just put some rubber feet on, or cloth feet, so when it sits on the table, it doesn't damage it or mark it. Now, it's done out of scrap wood, as you saw, and it's quite an interesting project. I'm glad I screwed it down. If you look there, it's not gaping as much as it was, because obviously this had cut. So I'm pleased with that. And I used a dark, like a brass coloured screw. So anyway, you don't look underneath, do you? I'd like to, before I finish, I'd like to just say thank you to all our new subscribers. And I thank you for the interaction that everyone's been giving me here at Reds Workshop. And if you think of anything else, the reason I'm asking that is because I've got that left. 2 pieces and that. Got any ideas? If you have, please leave it in the comments, and if I can do it with the amount of timber I've got, I will. But as always, if you're stuck until the end, thank you. If you think we deserve it, please leave us a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.